Hey guys, GameBoy3800 here once again for Legacy Tech Stories. Today we have some of my other personal collection of personal computers, my PC, as you could say. These are some of my favorite Pentium 4 machines. Why Pentium 4? Well, just look at these. These are the muscle cars of the PCs. Huge, boxy, inefficient, but cool. We're going to start from here and go around in a circle. We're going to start with an honorable mention. This is the IBM G40 series. This is a G41. The only difference being the series of processor. One series was hyper-threaded, the other was not. I love this machine just for its profile. Look at how chongish the back is compared to the front. It's so silly. It works pretty well too, but it doesn't have a hard drive in it, so that's why it's not powered up like the rest of these. We're going to begin with, this is the Compact X6000, pretty uncommon machine, normally because when people are done with these machines they throw them away because they are garbage. But yeah, the X6000 is identical in every way to the Compact NX9600, except it has a silver casing instead of a black one. So, I spent like 4 years looking for this one. Finally one popped up on eBay. I didn't even negotiate, I just bought it now. And it's not a bad machine. This has the best specs except for the processor. This has 2 gigs of RAM. ATI Radeon X600 256 meg. Normally you see these in 128 meg or even 64 meg, I think. So 256 meg is pretty good. And the Pentium 4 could be offered up to 3.6 gigahertz, but this has a base 3 gigahertz model. And fun fact, the HP GD8000 also shared like an almost identical board. And you can toss in a 3.8 gigahertz chip into all of them and it would work, but I don't know how well it would work. We're going to do a quick speaker test on all of these running machines. And also, when I got this thing, it was absolutely rancid. I spent like an hour just cleaning the keyboard. It was insane. Start with this song. These are JBL speakers, so they're okay. Not class lighting though. They are speakers, they exist, they get the job done, but for a huge media center PC like this, they're not exactly smashing. And with these machines, all of them had battery recalls because they were known to explode. And this is exactly 1.5 feet away from me. Yeah. Oh yeah, this also has the best display. Normally you see these at like 1440 by like 900. This is 1680 by 1050. Let's go. The next machine up, this is a Dell XPS Gen 1. And these are almost identical to the Inspiron 9100, except instead of blue accents, they have the black accents. And the back panel is like a black fake brushed aluminum thing. And it has a unique look to it. But other than that, the main difference is that they almost always have the Extreme Edition Pentium 4 desktop chips. And I forgot to mention, this compact also uses desktop chips. Socket LGA 775, this uses PGA 478. And this machine is not very spectacular in any one regard. I think it's got a mid-tier graphics card. It does have a 1200p display, so that's cool. That's why the icons are so puny. And this machine's standout feature is having the subwoofer in the battery. Why? I could not tell you. So yeah, definitely a bit more kick in the bass. Pretty balanced speaker setup overall. Not spectacular in any other way other than the ridiculousness of that battery subwoofer. And other than that, these machines are pretty easy to come by. I got this one for like 40 bucks. I've seen them go as high as 300 though, if people properly label them and people know what they have. And the issue with these is that they fall apart pretty easily. When I got this machine, the left hinge exploded immediately. Thankfully I did have a replacement set. And the back panel is just plastic, so it is very easy to get cracked and dented here, as you can see probably. So condition, a bit of an issue, but if you can get beyond that, these are fantastic machines. Now, the next machine that I dragged along here, this is a Sony NV Series laptop. Now, these came in multiple flavors of Pentium 4M and an old Athlon XP. The reason why these are so special is because they have a ridiculous speaker setup system. If I go over here and push this button, this is a subwoofer. Look how big this subwoofer is. It's thicker than most modern laptops. So you can imagine how that sounds. Other than that, this machine is pretty unremarkable. It just has a lot of different bays you could swap into that right side panel. And I can't get the video card driver to work. Maybe the onboard graphics are dead. There's some flavor of ATI Radeon 7500. But yeah, I'll start the song up and then put the subwoofer in. You'll hear the difference immediately. But yeah, like the Inspiron 9100 or XPS Gen 1, it's got a very unique speaker setup. You can change that speaker out for like a different hard drive bay, an SD card holder, a blank drive, or a floppy drive, or even a numeric keypad to pop out. Very cool machine. These don't pop up too often. I was able to grab this, I think, for $50. I had one back in like 2013 and absolutely loved it and regretted selling it immediately. So now I just use this machine to play music whenever I'm working on other computers. And I'm not sure if this OS is original. I don't have any like original background stuff to it. But it doesn't need to be activated, so works for me. Very cool machine otherwise. If you see one for cheap, I highly recommend getting one. Now this one does also have some condition issues. The hinges are very loose, and I'm afraid if I close it or open it too fast, they will explode. It's just something you have to deal with old machines like this. Now next up, on the left, is the Fujitsu N6010. These are huge machines with a built-in like laptop lifter to lift it all up. This has a 3.2 gigahertz Pentium 4 in it, 2 gigs of RAM, some flavor of ATI card. I think ATI 9800, so that's cool, or 9700. I don't have it powered up because, like the IBM, it just doesn't have a battery, or it doesn't have a hard drive, I should say. The battery works in that, surprisingly, so that's cool. Those are uncommon machines. That one has a small problem though. One of the CPU fans is very, very rattly, but it does work. It's very widescreen, very bright screen. It's got a lot of like TV tuner features, even video inputs on the left side. I went into more detail about that machine in particular on my main channel's overview. I'll probably put a few snippets in here while I'm talking about it. Very cool machine. If you see one for cheap, pick it up. Definitely. And now last up, the behemoth. This is the 17-inch 4x3 aspect ratio Acer Aspire 1700 series. These machines are just insane for how they are just on the inside. We talked about the Compact and the XPS having desktop chips. Well, this takes that thing on a whole new level. It has desktop almost everything inside of it. It has a desktop 3.06 GHz Pentium 4, 478 socket. It's got 2 GB of desktop size DDR1. And it's got a desktop 3.5-inch hard drive, original to the system. Thanks to Nico, I was able to get that machine up and running with its original background and everything like that, with some restore discs. I did a quick video on that on my main channel. I sped up like 900% or whatever. It was pretty easy to do. And now I have a fully working machine, except it does blue screen often because the RAM I have in it is like too fast for it or whatever. And none of the USB ports work on it. So the only way to get stuff onto it is to use the CD drive, which, you know, it's fair enough for an old machine like this. It's got 4 or maybe 6 USB ports, and just none of them recognize anything. They don't even power anything. So I don't know what the story with that is. Other than that, this machine has the GeForce 5600 Go. Pretty good card. It could have the 5700 though. And I would love to upgrade it, but unfortunately with its unique form factor, even though it's removable and upgradable, it's going to be very hard to find a max card for that. So maybe I just won't even bother. I used to use this machine for looking at old Monster Truck CDs and DVDs, so I guess I'll play that. I don't know if I have any music on this, you know. Very big, chonkish machine for sure. And its battery does also work. Try not to destroy it though. So if this machine blue screens out of nowhere, you probably know why. What do we got on here? I don't have very much on here actually, so I'll just play what I got here. We're going to take a look at what this file is. It's probably an old Monster Truck CD, video CD. Yeah.
Those boys have been chasing me a long time. Put a house out there, we'll go to it, we don't care.
I have the whole thing on that. It's so fun to rewatch. But yeah, cool machines. These don't pop up often. When they do, they're normally the base model with only the SIS onboard graphics, so they're kind of pathetic. But if you can find one like this with the built-in GeForce for pretty cheap, then they are well worth it. They don't pop up often here, but I think there's a few for sale on the UK eBay site and like Wallapop and stuff like that. So if you're from over there, take a look. Well worth it. And that's going to do it for this video. These have been some of my favorite all-time Pentium 4 machines. Let me know what some of your favorite machines are, and what ones you liked, sold, and had the retrack down. For me, that would definitely have to be the Compact and that Sony. Just incredible machines, or just unique machines that nobody likes otherwise. That's the story for the Compact. The Sony is incredible. Definitely get it. IBM is cool, uncommon, but not very spectacular. And that Fujitsu over there is just insane in every way. So definitely worth a pickup as well. That's going to do it for now. If you guys enjoyed this quick video, you can leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks, Game Boy. I'll see you all in the future.